everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got a team that's been great at defending the pass. The Lions are top 10 at defending the pass. And they'll be going up against the Browns, who will need to solve that secondary.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Cleveland Browns. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Shift together here from the D-line. To throw on second down is Stafford. Forced out to his left. He's got a man complete. A gain of 32 that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short.
They go to Johnson again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, that's the way you want to get an opening drive going, right? Because so often it's a tone setter. And I think even better when you're able to pick it up and convert with a running play. Because the last thing you want to do is play what I call rocket football. 1, 2, 3, kick.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Chris Johnson with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. And he'll bang that one through. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Johnson. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And an alley to run. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. The rookie first-rounder David Njoku with it. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Underneath for Johnson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. 2nd down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So it'll be first down here after the run. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Duke Johnson with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he's able to put it through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. Early lead in that one for the Packers. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And this one's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Chris Johnson, the running back. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. From the 50, it's Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Miles Killebrew with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception, Kaiser. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a pickup of only a yard. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Hearns, the man in motion right. 3rd and long for Kaiser. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had to accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games where it can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense, everybody wants a piece of that pie.
On 4th down, they snap it to Kaiser. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And some space here. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin as the Lions. Johnson on the counter. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. Just a little educational piece. I know a lot of people hear 3-4, 4-3, etc. Take us through the 4-3, Charles.
Okay, 4-3. 4 down defensive linemen, usually 2 defensive tackles, 2 defensive ends. Behind them, the 3 those are the linebackers. The middle linebacker, often known as the Mike, with 2 outside linebackers, the Sam and the Will. There's your 4-3.
Sam on the strong side, Will on the weak side. That catch good for 5. It's third down. From the gun on third down, Stafford. Flushed out right, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to reel himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Again, it's Johnson, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. The Lions on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And this one is right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the games we circled coming into the season, the Patriots at the Broncos. These two certainly have played some memorable games in recent years.
They sure have.
And tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 10 with the Dolphins heading up to visit the Panthers. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Second down, Kaiser. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. They get a
if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball, we'll put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll throw here, Kaiser. And he's got Moncrief. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Now from the 50. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Kaiser now on second down. Pressure, he's brought down. Jaron Reed in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, Kaiser. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They're indeed going. It's Kaiser. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. An NFL update, second quarter now in Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead. They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And an alley to run. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. They try the left side with Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining. Stafford now to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try and at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An update over in Soldier Field. Early lead in that one for the Packers. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now Kaiser buying time to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run the ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side.
And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll throw again. Kaiser. Wilson snags it left side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And it'll be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
Well, they always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. On third down, Johnson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Right side by Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. First down, Kaiser. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Again, it's Kaiser. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Kaiser yet again. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. Now Johnson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards on the
defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense. Johnson running left. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Browns on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Kaiser. And he's got it to Hearns. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex!
On the toss, here's Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Duke Johnson with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you script whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
On the move to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down. Stafford being chased out left. Now he'll let it, and that's caught inside the 35. Give them 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run, because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Stafford. Steps away to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket, wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. Elsewhere, a third quarter score. The Jaguars extending their lead to a couple of touchdowns now. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So the D-line's going to spread out. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running back's trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
They pitch it out to Johnson. Room here to run. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
A first down throw for Kaiser. He lets it fly for Lockett. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
An update over in Soldier Field, and that one is now a 2-touchdown lead for the Packers. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On second down, Kaiser again, escaping the pressure right. That one goes for 36 yards. And the young Bucks showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. The lone second remains now in this third quarter. They begin the drive with Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Christian Kirksey with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Sam Martin. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Flex round. Here we go. Ohio.
Kaiser on 1st down. He lets it fly from Lockett. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyler Lockett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To the right and complete to Galladay. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals are going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, get some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender. I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy
Out about it is, at this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Back to throw, Stafford. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Open space inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Chris Johnson, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Lions are a 2-point conversion away from tying this game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Kaiser showing what he can do with his legs. It's more than just the arm. He scrambles and picks up the first. Well, there you go.
You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Out to the right here to Wilson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. He lets it fly for Lockett. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. To here, Whitehead. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw, Kaiser. And he's got Lockett. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Flush to his right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways. Might as well hold on to the ball. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. That is now a 2-touchdown game with the Steelers in the driver's seat. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. On 3rd down, it's Johnson. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. From the gun, Kaiser. And he's got Moncrief. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the 1st down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Stafford. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So 2nd and 10 here. Now Stafford. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31. First